You have millions trapped inside your laptop, and I want to tell you exactly how to extract it. This is actually inspired, funnily enough, by a tweet I saw from a guy saying, word for word, if you really dumb it down, every single person on this earth has millions trapped inside their computer. They just have to press the right keys to get to it. And at first I chuckled, like I really just kind of laughed and I, moved on. But then 10 seconds after it just hit me and I sat there for a second. I said, you know what? He is literally 100% right. Currently, right now, there's probably a business, maybe even millions of dollars, sitting inside your laptop. And if you're like most, you're probably just using that to make somebody else rich, to constantly consume, and not actually create anything of your own. And the reason I'm so kind of passionate or worked up about this is because I did this exact thing. I never thought about it with this kind of concept, but I literally built a 7-figure net worth working from this exact laptop that I'm recording this. No office, no team, no startup capital, literally nothing, just Wi-Fi and a skill. Okay, and I'm going to break it down exactly how you can already unlock what's in front of you. And real quick, before I get into that, lo and behold, the free Discord is live. Okay, rather than sell you why you should join, again, it's free, so I don't know why you wouldn't join, but I'm going to tell you quickly who this isn't for. People who, if you're going to complain, say life is hard, say online money is a scam, you want to stay, working 9 to 5, and that's the only way that you're going to be successful, yada yada. Respectfully, I do not want to be near you or the people that are, the opposite of this. The people that I know 90% of you are in my comments who are so solid. You're starting your own businesses. You're starting to invest, all that stuff. This is exactly who that's for. But if you're going to be negative, please respectfully don't join. Don't waste my time. If you like talking about business, money, and life, it's that simple. Join, right? A lot is going to go down in here. Maybe some monthly calls, some one-off chats. Hope to see you in. Let's dive right into the video. I want to paint a better picture. I want to give you some context here so you're not just going in blind, right? I want to talk about my kind of story, but also a stat. This is proven. There have been 60 million people in 2024 that made some type of money online. And this could be anything, freelancing, digital products, content, coaching, e-com, like everything. It's all built on one machine, a laptop. You can run ads, you can call people digitally, you can post content. All of this stuff is done online, guys. And I was stuck kind of in this, I've talked about this before, but this conditioning that my boss knew everything and my job was the only way, even though I was working online, even though to the latter years of my career, at least working a 9 to 5, I was working from home, completely remote, fully from a laptop. And I was like, wait a second, like I always knew that there was some type of online money out there. I just didn't understand how to grab it. And then I started working on my own projects and my own startups. And I kind of just realized you don't need to be a freaking tech genius, dude. You need a computer, a Wi-Fi connection, and a skill. And if you want to really beef it up, a clear, quantifiable offer. That's all you need to be successful in this kind of realm, if you will. So, listen, I'll break it down simple. 4 laptop money paths. I want to go deeper here with real life examples. Number 1, talked about this before, sell your knowledge. Okay. Education and coaching, consulting. Everyone has done something that others will literally pay for learn. I don't care if it's guitar lessons. I don't care if it's math tutoring. I don't care if it's scaling ads, appointment setting. It doesn't matter. You can coach beginners, package lessons into a digital product, or just do one-to-one. I personally loved one-to-one in the beginning because you feel that real connection, and it's very simple. And you could listen, I've heard, very high level stories. One client taught English to beginners over Zoom. In 3 months, she was doing $5,000 a month, just from her laptop. That's enough money, guys, to quit your job. I don't need to, think 10 grand, 20, 50 grand a month yet, 100 grand a month. Don't worry about that. Just focus on your first kind of initial few wins. It's dead simple. Option 2, sell a service, right? Freelancing and skill-based work. Learn a skill like copywriting, video editing, content, design, email marketing. Start offering it online. This is how 90% of people get started so fast. This is how I got started, was selling appointment setting services and lead gen, right? For a specific niche. If you can define an offer, this, in my opinion, number 2, is the way to get rich. Okay, that's just my opinion. There's a whole bunch here though. Again, number 3, sell attention. This is more like content and audience building. I would personally do this and something else, right? If you're documenting your content about anything, short form videos, YouTube, a newsletter. These are all kind of content types, and then monetize through sponsorships, through affiliate links, or your own digital products, right? I would start kind of small. If I'm having a tip, just start small, 1 short video per day, build trust, and then offer value. Again, this goes back to like Gary Vee's book, Jab, 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 Right Hook. I would honestly jab 20 times before even going for a small hook. Right? So just give as much value as you can away for free and then sell the implementation. That's kind of what this is here. Number 4, this is kind of a hot topic right now, but just selling any type of digital product, templates, Notion packs, PDFs, Google Docs, courses, Excel spreadsheets. People are making tons of money doing this. And it's the make it once, sell it forever model. This is why I love it. It's almost like digital real estate, okay? Swipe files, courses, prompts, systems. These are digital assets. And eventually, I know a guy, I forget his name, I think it's Ollier or something like that, but he's in the UK. He generates $250,000 in I think passive income per year, maybe every other year, but he's making a ton of money, right? So just something for you to think about long term. And this is arguably the most important piece of the video. You need to shift from a consumer to a creator, okay? Most people spend 5, 6, 8 hours a day consuming on their laptop, scrolling, just rotting away in their own brain. When if you spent half that time creating value, content, offers, something that you can actually bring to someone, that's where you make the most money. Just even one of those hours into creating your own stuff, you can create 3 videos, 3 to 4 short-term videos, short-form videos, or 1 long-form video in that amount of time. All it takes is one swing. And this is what I don't think people understand. They think they're wired to think that they have to go viral. No, you don't, guys. I was lucky. A few of our other creators in this community got lucky, but you don't have to go viral. Obviously, it would be a great supplement to get you there, but I'm not relying on these videos to go viral. If I just get a consistent, stream of views, I am more than happy with that. You need to kind of shift your mindset from being constantly wired away as a buyer and a consumer. This goes back to financial principles too. This is how people don't get ahead. This is how people get in debt, is they're constantly buying shit instead of actually selling, right? Instead of selling their own things or selling their own time or their own products, right? That's the whole premise. So listen, I please do this. For the next 60 days, commit to building, not scrolling, okay? For every hour that you consume, spend an hour creating. I'm not joking. I try to do this. Even I'm not very good at it sometimes, right? But do it. Maybe I'll talk about that in a second. But the tools, I want to talk about the tools that you literally already have, the ones that you don't even have to spend money on. This is the craziest part. You have 90% of what you need, right? Google Docs. This is not only good for productivity, but again, what did I say earlier? You could sell a Google Doc if there's enough value packed into that. Canva for lead visuals, graphic design, lead magnets, content, Zoom for client calls, for closing people, webinars, freaking ChatGPT now for content ideas, writing help, sales pages. I'd say that's the most important one. You could build a whole business off of ChatGPT. Maybe I'll make another video on that. And then if you want to process your money, if you want to get, contracts signed, Stripe, Gumroad, PandaDoc. These are all free to you. You literally don't need money. If you're using money as an excuse to start, we have a bigger problem here, brother. You are the problem, right? You need clarity and consistency. You do not need money to start. This is my challenge to you, the 60-day game plan to unlock money. And I don't care if that's the first dollar. I don't care if that's $500. It doesn't matter. This is what I would do if I was starting today. I had $0 in the bank and I wanted to unlock real cash flow in 60 days. Just pick one. Pick one lane, skill, service, product. I don't care. Sell something, okay? Learn to sell something. Learn to communicate with others. Even if it has to be somebody else's product, I don't care, okay? 2, package it into an offer. Not a resume, not a website, not this blah, blah, blah. An actual quantifiable offer, okay? 3, reach out every single day. This would be what I would be doing till the day I sleep, okay? DMs, email, content, cold calls, all the above. I don't care. Get in front of people. This is what I did with my own channel, guys. I brute forced my way to get views by doing Reddit DMs. But there's school communities, there's Discord groups, there's Facebook communities. There's so many ways to get in front of people, not just with your own channel, but with your own products and offers. Okay. 4, get feedback fast. Refine your offer weekly if you have to. Ask a ton of questions. Be like, hey, if I give this away, would you buy this? Or is this just a free product worthy? Be honest and ask your potential buyers that exact question. People love talking about their own opinions. Ask them, right? Leverage the hell out of that. Number 5, keep score. Okay, track offers, conversations, sales, everything. You don't need a ton of followers. Like I always say, that 1,000, true fans. Even dumb that, further down. You need 3 people to pay you $500 or 10 people to pay you 100. That's real income, and that's all it comes from your laptop. Okay, so I'll end it off there. Not gonna, go too deep. No, it's total black screen. I do not give a damn right now. If you've made it this far, I want to see you in. Comment below with any questions. We'll see you in the next one.